Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are safe at home. Today I am here with first part of plant kingdom of 11th standard. In this session we will discuss about general characters, that is salient features of plant kingdom, classification, types of classification, algae and uses of algae. So let us start the session. First topic is about general characters, that is salient features of kingdom Plantae. The kingdom Plantae includes bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and flowering plants, that is angiosperms. So what are the five categories? They are algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. They are common on land, on seashore and in fresh water. They live in wide range of habitats. The kingdom includes autotrophic, some are heterotrophic, eukaryotic and multicellular organism, but few are however unicellular also, like chlorella, Chlamydomonas, and this too belongs to algae. Plant usually contain chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene as well as xanthophylls, and these are the photosynthetic pigments. Plant cell is having a large central vacuole and rigid cell walls that is composed of cellulose. Plants are composed of tissues and organs like structures. Why? Because they are mostly multicellular. So they have tissues and organs like structures. Most of the plants possesses vascular tissue, and these vascular tissues are also called as conducting tissue. This might you have read in class 9th. Vascular tissues are of two types. What are they? They are xylem and phloem, and these tissues are called as conducting tissues because they helps in conduction, and they helps in conduction of water, minerals, synthesized foods and hormones. The xylem act as the main tissues for transportation of water and minerals, whereas phloem helps in translocation of synthesized foods, that is organic solutes as well as hormones. So these two conducting tissues have different functions, different roles. One is conducting water and minerals, another is conducting foods as well as hormones. Algae and bryophyte lack vascular tissue. They don't have vascular tissues. A multicellular embryo is formed during the development from zygote in kingdom Plantae. They possesses mechanism to protect embryo from desiccation. Some plants protect their entire gametophytic generation. Plant life cycle consists of alternating haploid gametophytic and diploid sporophytic generation. These two generations, that is gametophytic generation and sporophytic generation, are dissimilar in morphology, and one is dominant over other, means gametophytic generation is dominant over a sporophytic generation, or a sporophytic generation is dominant over gametophytic generation. Now we will look into the classification of Plantae. The kingdom Plantae is classified into algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm and angiosperm. These pteridophytes are also called as seedless vascular plant, means seeds are not present but vascular tissues are present. Later on we will discuss in detail. In this figure, you may observe the members of algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm. Here it is about flowering plant, that is angiosperms. Different types of angiospermic plants are here. Next topic is about classification of flowering, classification of this kingdom Plantae. Different system of classification proposed time to time have been divided into three major categories, or we can say basic categories, that is artificial system, natural system, phylogenetic system. Besides this, we will also discuss numerical taxonomy, cytotaxonomy and chemotaxonomy here. First of all, we will discuss about artificial classification. The artificial classification was introduced by Pliny and Elder, 28 to 79 AD. Many scientists like Theophrastus, Chirac, etc. worked on vegetative characters. Later on, Linnaeus classified on the basis of floral character, that is androecium. This classification is not accepted as this system gave equal weightage to vegetative as well as sexual characteristics. But we know that sometimes the vegetative characters are more easily affected by environment. Next one is natural system of classification. It is based on number of characters. It therefore gives more information about the groups. It was based on natural affinities among the different organisms. It not only consider external features but also internal features like ultrastructures, anatomy, embryology, phytochemistry. For angiosperm, that is flowering plants, this type of classification is given by George Wentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. Another classification is phylogenetic classification. It was based on evolutionary relationship among various organisms. It is acceptable as during the course of evolution, complex organism arises from simpler one. This shows that organisms belonging to the same taxa have a common ancestor. Next one is the numerical taxonomy. It involves a quantitative assessment of similarities and differences in order to make objective assessments. Characters of organisms are given equal weight and the relationship of organisms are numerically determined using with the aid of computer. Number and codes are assigned to all the characters and then data are processed. Another is about cytotaxonomy. Cytotaxonomy is based on cytological study of cell including the size, structure, number of chromosome as well as behavior of chromosome during meiosis for classification purposes. Next is chemotaxonomy, also called as biochemical taxonomy. It is based on the protein and serum analysis and on the chemical constituents of organisms. This type of taxonomy is particularly utilized in the classification of plants as chemical constituents of plant species are stable and these do not change easily. Now let us discuss about the first category of Plantae, that is algae. The term algae was coined by Carolus Linnaeus, which means seaweeds. Algae are most primitive photosynthetic thylakoid and eukaryotic organisms. Here we will discuss the salient features of algae. Algae are predominantly aquatic. occurs in both marine as well as freshwater habitats. However, some are terrestrial and grow in moist places also. Some algae grow under very special environmental conditions such as hot water springs called thermal algae, on ice and snow called as cryophytes, on surface of plants called epiphytes, and on animals called epizoophytes. Some algae lives in symbiotic association with fungus and they are called as lichen. The plant body of algae is like a thallus. What does it mean? Thallus. It means not differentiated into true stem, root and leaves. The thalli of algae shows a great variations of forms. They may be microscopic unicellular like your Chlamydomonas to colonial like Volvox. Some algae are filamentous also like Allothrix and Spirogyra. Some of them are foliaceous and are complex, very large, up to 60 meter in length. So you can observe or see here that how the wide range of size and shapes are. The filamentous and foliaceous forms are attached to the substratum by means of hold fast, and some large complex forms have leaf like photosynthetic structures called lamina, middle stem like structure called stipe, and basal hold fast. This lamina is also called as frond. Some algae like kelp are branched also. The vascular tissues for water conduction is absent in this group, in this algae. Why? Because the entire thalli remain in contact with water. So that is why there is no vascular tissues. The question may arises, why in algae the vascular tissues are absent? What is the reason? Because the entire thalli remain in contact with the water. The mechanical tissue is absent in algae. The thalli are held upright in water under the sea surface due to buoyancy. The algal thalli are flexible and this enables them to move with the water tides without being torn. They perform photosynthesis due to the presence of pigment, that is chlorophyll. The photosynthetic pigment present in algae are chlorophyll A, B, carotenoids, xanthophyll. Okay? Algae reproduces by vegetative, asexual and sexual method. The vegetative and asexual method are almost common in all. They reproduce vegetatively by fragmentation and asexually by means of motile or non-motile spores. The asexual spores may be mitospores formed by mitosis or meiospore formed by meiosis. Motile spores are called as zoospores, means they have flagella. These spores germinate to form new plant, that is haploid. Sexual reproduction occurs by fusion of two gametes. The sexual reproduction mainly occurs towards the end of growing season. Gametes of algae may be flagellated and dissimilar in size like Chlamydomonas, or non-flagellated but similar in size like Spirogyra. Thus, there is variation in reproductive cells also. You might have seen. Fusion of gametes in algae may be isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. So let us see what is the differences between all these three. Isogamous means fusion of similar gametes. Anisogamous means fusion of dissimilar gametes. Whereas oogamous means fusion of one large non-motile female gamete and a small motile male gamete. Isogamous is seen in Chlamydomonas. Anisogamous is seen in Spirogyra. Oogamous is seen in Volvox and Fucus. Here you can see it is the unicellular algae Chlorella. This is Spirogyra, and this Spirogyra is also called as pond scum, and it is filamentous. Why it is called as pond scum? Whenever it grow vigorously, then it cover the whole pond or the water body. So that is why it is called as pond scum, and it is mucilaginous. This is branched algae, that is kelp, and it is colonial volvox. Now let us say about the different uses of algae, or we can say economic importance of algae. Algae are useful to human being in a variety of way. At least a half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on earth is carried out by algae by the process of photosynthesis. So as a result, it helps in increasing the level of oxygen also in their immediate surrounding or environment where it is present. Algae are primary producers for all aquatic animals. Means food chain starts from this algae in aquatic environment. Many algae like Chlorella, Alva, Porphyra, Laminaria, Sargassum, they are used as food. Algin, a water holding substance, that is hydrocolloids, are produced by brown algae. Kerosene, a water holding substance, is produced by red algae. So these two, algin and kerosene, are commercially used. Agar is obtained from Xylidium, Gracilaria, and they are used during culture of microbes as well as in preparation of ice creams and jellies. Some algae like Chlorella and Spirulina are used as food supplements by space travelers as they are rich in proteins. So this is all about today's session. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your question in comment section.